right. Oh, so lazy. Okay. Getting back in the Jeep truck. We're in. Oh, I hope that doesn't create too much noise, but it's hot. Take this off. First gear, 2000, clutch out, and no bunny hops. 3000, second gear. Now, I'm gonna leave auto stop start on, because in the manual, the auto stop start doesn't kick in until you pull the clutch out and step on the brake. Not the smoothest shift, but not a bad bunny hop. So here, clutch is out. I'm in neutral. Must have not been going that fast. I think you have to go like 40 kilometers per hour before the auto stop start will kick in. Oh, I missed the second gear. Okay. I'm not touching any pedals. We're engine braking, 2,500. This Jeep truck actually corners pretty damn flat. Shift into 4 high. Once you're going, 4 high, 2 high doesn't make much of a difference. It's so easy to go back and forth here. But when you're trying to start, there is a big difference between how much gas and clutch slippage you need in 2 high versus 4 high and 4 low. So if you just want more consistency to your gas pedal, way less of a learning curve. What gear am I in? 3rd gear? Automatic's probably the way to go. I mean, it's automagical. You just press it, you just go. You don't worry about what gear, 4 high, 2 high, 4 low. You just press it and you go. 4th gear, 70 kilometers. And we're at 1,500 RPMs. I know I don't need 4 high, but I am trying to break in the transfer case, and my drive to work is a quick 10 minutes. And also too, we have a stop. Clutch is in, it's still in gear, so the auto stop start won't kick in. And bunny hop like terrible because, oh, my road is closed. Detour. Well, it says up ahead. I'm in 4 high, so the shifting and the clutch and the whole business feels a little different than in 2 high. So that's probably the biggest downside to the manual, is you really got to learn what the vehicle is doing. I don't know what else to say there. I'm in too high. Here's the Jeep. 4,000. 4,000. 3,000. And we're going too fast for this road. I will tell you though, 5th gear is nice on the highway. You don't really need 6th gear until you're past like 120 kilometers per hour, 130, 140. Then 6th gear is nice, and it basically does the same thing. Downshift. So 5th and 6th gear basically do the same thing, but 6th gear just drops your RPMs by 500. Like, you'll be cruising 130, 140 kilometers per. You'll be at 2,500 RPMs, and you'll put it from 5th to 6th, and you go down 500 RPMs, which is helping the fuel economy a little bit. One thing I can say about the manual transmission, the downshifts are so easy. We're driving it. We're not grandpaing it. Yeah, the downshifts in this Jeep truck are easy. Easiest vehicle to downshift I've ever driven. The shifter definitely feels by wire. I have a Miata, a 1990. And that thing, like, you are sitting down on the floor, the transmission is right here. Here's 4th to 3rd, downshift for the engine braking. Anyway, the Miata is so mechanical and so clicky. You are actually shifting the transmission. Oh look, auto stop start kicked in because the clutch is out and I'm in neutral. Out of all of the vehicles I test drove a lot of trucks. Tacoma, Colorado, Ford Ranger, the new one. It was, for me, always going to be a manual. It's a good family anti-theft device, but for me it was always going to be manual. So it came down to Jeep truck or Tacoma. And the Tacoma, just based on the test drive, I liked the Tacoma's clutch pedal better. I liked its shift feeling better. It was more notchy, more clunky. But the Tacoma had a huge flaw. There was no lockout. So every time you'd be like doing a hill start, you'd have your brake on, you'd be in neutral because you don't want to wear out your throw-out bearing. See, here's the time I want the auto stop start. I come up to a fresh red light and I know it's going to be a minute. And for some reason, it doesn't come on. It's so weird in the manual. Sometimes I think I know how to get it to kick on, and then other times I don't. The hill start assist is nice because this handbrake is not the easiest thing to reach. So it's holding me. Whoa! I did not mean to do that. That was crazy. Okay, perfect. Make my lane change I wanted. I did not mean to burn like that. Oh my goodness, what did I do? I revved. I gotta look at the video and see how high I revved that. But this thing's got power. I know I'm all over the place. I know I start thoughts, I don't finish here, but I'm mostly focused on driving. I know someone on the Jeep Gladiator forums wanted to know about like how far the clutch pedal travels before it engages and how much you can creep and how to get it into first and get rolling without any throttle, without any gas acceleration. And I'll show all of that later in a later video. Today, I'm just kind of testing this GoPro and making sure it doesn't crap out on me again. But yeah, my choice was between this and the Tacoma, and based off the test drive, I did like the Tacoma a little more. I liked the clutch pedal a little more. I liked the notchiness of the shifter a little more, but I hated almost everything else about the Tacoma. Hated it. The interior room was terrible. It wasn't convertible. It didn't have as much payload. This configuration I have has 1,600. I can make more videos on all the why, but the Tacoma basically only had two things going for it. The clutch pedal felt a little better, then the shifter was more notchy, and overall I'm so glad I went with the Gladiator, because after a week I'm used to it. It feels like shift-by-wire, but so does my Volkswagen Beetle, the 2008. It's not going to feel like actual direct shift like a Miata. No modern vehicle is. But the other thing that's really nice is 3, 4 in the center, up, down. You don't have to look, you just know you go up, you go down, you get 3 and 4. 1 and 2 are left and right, 5 and 6. Not like a BMW where 3 and 5, you gotta go directions for it. But yeah. Okay, I should put it in first. We're facing uphill. That's a quick drive. More details, just testing the GoPro today. Bye.